Hello chat boys out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got up to on my last few days of this week, which are my Thursday and Friday. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week. On my Thursday I got up after a nice lie-in. I then got showered and changed and had some of my pancakes with my blueberries and strawberries on with a cup of tea, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was delicious. I then was just watching a bit of Netflix, just a bit of music, just some drawing and colouring in, and sorting out my Breed Up doll, and watched some vlogs and TikToks, played on Pokemon Go. My mum was asleep, she then got up and we were just watching a bit of TV. My dad normally goes fishing either Thursday or a Friday, and he didn't go on Thursday, he was going on Friday instead. And I then was just listening to a bit of music, doing some drawing and colouring in, and watching some episodes of Doctor Who and Merlin. And my dad had got back from work and gone off to bed, and my mum and dad then had to take the dog to the vets as he had a stroke-like episode a few nights ago, and he was feeling not right. So he had like a collapse and he had a stroke-like episode. So last night, so the night before last, so we took him to the vets and they gave him some injections and brought him home, but they said if it gets worse he might have to come to the vets and he may have to be put down. He's 15 and it's very sad, so we've just been keeping him keeping him calm. And my older sister and brother and our younger brother and his girlfriend came over to say their goodbyes and stuff, and it was very emotional. But then when they were at the vets, he managed to start walking a bit, and he was eating and drinking a bit last night, but we'll just have to see how it goes. And then I ordered myself a butties lunch and I went off and collected that, and whilst on my way to get that I got some flower stats while on my walk to get my butties lunch. I'm going to show you guys some photos of the flower stats I got now. I had a lovely stroll up to get my butties, loving the sunshine and blue skies, and got some really pretty flower stats. I then went and got my butties, and I saw a girl who I went to school with in there who I hadn't seen in a long time, so I had a nice catch up with her. I then got back and I had my butties lunch, and I had a tuna cheese, onion, lettuce, cucumber, toasted wrap with a cup of tea, and also had a bounded bun. Always save the cherry to last, the best bit. And also got my mum and dad a custard slice each. I'm going to show you guys a photo of the butties lunch I had now. It was so delicious. Then I was just listening to a bit of music, just a bit of Kylie, and I listened to her new song called Padum Padum, which is so good. The music video is iconic, she looks amazing. Then I made my way up to the garden centre and I got some flower stats on my way up to the garden centre that I'm going to show you guys now. I love all the pink and red flowers that I got photos of. I then sat on a bench in the shade as it was so hot. I then got up to the garden centre and got some plant snaps from the plant section first of all that I'm going to show you guys now. I love the plant section for the garden centre, especially all the succulents and cactuses in there. I then went off to the cafe and had a cold drink from there and got some shortbread and sat out in the garden bit they have up there with some tables and chairs and had my cold drink and my shortbread. And then I went off to the homeware section and stationery section and had a look around there, and I got this adorable little succulent plushie which is so cute, which can go with my tulip one I got a few weeks back. And I mean, look at that, look at it, it's so cute. I sent a photo to my younger sister who absolutely loved it. It's mine, my precious, love this so much. I also went off to the sweet section and got a bit of fudge and some of these little jelly baby sweets, which are so good, love them. And then I went off to the flower section, last but not least, my favourite section, and got a load of flower snaps. I got so many flower snaps. I'm going to show you guys a few of those flower snaps I got now. Such beautiful, colourful flowers. Flower photography and plant photography makes me so happy. I could stay up in that garden centre all day long if I could. I then made my way back. I got home and I wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, sorted out my Bluetooth doll. Then I was just watching Home and Away, and then watched Escape to Country and a bit of Flower Brown. I then got myself ready for touch rugby, and me, my older brother and sister and our family friend were attending, and my older sister and our family friend picked me and my older brother up, and then we headed off down to the pitch to play. And before I even got onto the pitch, I managed to cut my knee, so blooming clumsy. Luckily my mate had some tissue, so I was able to put that on my knee, and then one of our teammates had a first aid kit, as his wife is a nurse, so I was able to get a plaster put on there before it got onto my white socks, which would not have been good. And the session was really good. It always goes so quickly, you're not really saying time flies for having fun. I did some really good passing and catching, and I almost scored a try, but the sun was in my eyes because it was so sunny and I was literally melting, and I couldn't see the try line, so I managed to get caught. So I was very frustrated, so for God's sake. But then we all played as one big team because there was a few games going on, and then we all came together and played, and it was a little bit like chaotic. At first I didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't know if we were playing that way or that way, so I was just like, what the hell, what's going on? And then we finished, I got back and I got showered and changed and got into my PJs, and for tea we had a curry. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that curry I had now. Love a curry, it was so good. Then my younger brother and his girlfriend went off home. I then finished off writing my journal, listened to a bit of music, and then I was watching the UK soaps. I then watched a bit of Netflix, and I then went off to bed. Then on my Friday, which is today, I ended up working on my day off. I was supposed to have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I ended up only having Wednesday, Thursday because one of my colleagues isn't very well, so she needed her shift to be covered. So I covered her shift. I got up, showered and changed, got my uniform, had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV, listened to a bit of music, had a bit of a boogie in the kitchen to a bit of Kylie. Love her new song so much, it's so good. My dad, older brother, sister and younger brother and sister all at work. Mum was asleep. I then said goodbye to Harves, locked up and made way to work. On the way to work, I got myself a drink from the corner shop and some biscuits for me and my colleagues on shift to have. I then got to work, put my bag away, clocked in, and it was me and two other colleagues on shift, and one of my colleagues kindly made me a chai latte, which is so good. I then gave me and some of the colleagues some of the biscuits, and I had some of the biscuits with my chai latte, which was so good. And then we were just running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and it was so busy with the sunshine, so it was busy inside and outside. So I was cleaning lots of tables inside and outside, doing a few cleaning jobs and cleaning some of the cutlery, polishing that, putting cups and plates and stuff away. And my colleague and one of my colleagues and her mum had gone away, and then are back, and her mum works in pot wash and she's such a great pot wash, and they gave us some chocolates from what they got while they were away, and they were so delicious. I had one of those, and then I was just wanting lots of food and drinks, chatting to some of the regulars, and I got a tea cake as there was a food mix up, so I got to have that, and had that with a bit of apple juice. And I was so hungry and I was feeling quite one down, and my stomach was hurting a bit and I had a bit of a headache, so that definitely helped make me feel a lot better. And then at 1ish, one of my colleagues who I was on shift with, her daughter was not very well at school, so the school had to call my colleague, so she had to go collect her kid and take her home, which meant it was just me and one other colleague on, and it quietened right down. And of course, as soon as she left, it got so busy again, so me and my colleague were literally there pulling pints, making drinks, running food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing it all, but we managed it. And then one of our colleagues came in at 3:30 instead of coming in at 5. He helped out and it was a massive help. And he had to go get his trousers, they were getting tailored, so I finished at 3:30 instead of 3, and I then clocked off, got my bag and got changed into my top I'm wearing now, which I love a bit of floral print. And then I went off and got myself some lunch from the co-op. I then made my way home, and on the way back I had a nice stroll home and got some flower stats that I'm going to show you guys now. I loved the lovely stroll home and getting some nice flower snacks, and I got back and my mum was on FaceTime to my younger sister, so I had a nice chat with my younger sister. I then had my lunch that I got from co-op on the way back, and then I was just listening to a bit of music, just enjoying and colouring in, wrote a bit of my journal, sorted out my bracelet doll and watched today's Home and Away and Escape to Country and Farbound and a bit of Doctor Who. My dad's currently at a disco doing that, and my older brother's back from work, and my younger brother and his girlfriend have gone off down to my grandma's house to have tea down there, and they popped into ours on the way down there. And I'm now off to go and chill for the rest of the evening, have work tomorrow doing 10 to 3, and I'm back in Sunday, maybe working a day shift, maybe working an evening shift. I'm yet to know if I'm going to be covering one of my colleagues' shifts in the daytime and she's going to be doing my evening shift. I'm going to wait and see. I'm just waiting to hear back from her. So I might be doing Sunday evening, or I might be doing Sunday daytime. I'm not quite sure yet. And then for tea, I think I'm going to be having some scrambled eggs, something like that. Not sure yet. I'm really loving my scrambled egg at the moment, so I think I might have that. And yeah, I hope you guys have all had a lovely week. All have a lovely rest of your Friday and a great weekend ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the vlog coming very soon. Bye.